Hi Robin, how are you?
I'm all right now. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So you are celebrating 1 year at Clicky, so we thought it'd be nice to have a little catch up
Yeah,
to kind of reflect on the past year. So I suppose if we start at the beginning, and maybe if you could tell us a bit about how you came about joining Clicky.
yeah. It's amazing to think it's been a year. To be honest, it's absolutely flown by, and what a difference a year makes. So I used to work in Liverpool at the Liverpool Arena and Convention Centre and the Exhibition Centre over there, and I was there for 12 years. I thought in my head I was going to be there forever. And I would have been very happy there. I loved it there. I had a great team, really enjoyed the work. I was working in the marketing department. I was their multimedia manager, so I was very much hands-on. I managed a small team of three, not including myself, a graphic designer, social media exec, and a web developer as well. And as I said, I was very hands-on with all those different areas, and I worked very much as an overflow function for everybody. And I think throughout that time, I gained loads of hands-on experience. I did loads of things that I never thought I'd be able to do. Um, it was an amazing place to work, but it came to a point where I think I decided that I could stay there happily forever, or I could decide that I could branch out and try and learn something a bit different and try and do something a bit more sort of risky, I suppose. And so, because of my work there, because I've worked with so many different teams internally, I realized that they were all my internal clients. And so, because of that, I thought, let's have a look agency side, see what it'd be like working with external clients instead. And so I had a bit of a look around, got in touch with a recruitment agency, and eventually got in touch with Clicky. And from there on, I met with a couple of the team. Quickly realised that they had a really good work ethos, great place to work, great clients, and so I decided to make the move.
Fabulous. And then I suppose if you could tell us a little bit about what your role entails at Clicky, and I suppose how it varies from your previous role. I suppose it is quite different in terms, like you are you're still dealing with clients, but it's
Yeah.
a different environment, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it's before I made the move from internal to external. Um, Everyone was saying to me, agency work will be very, very different, and it's different pace, and I knew it would be. But the reality of actually coming to an agency, it was quite a shock actually. It was really supportive. I think the first thing to note is that everyone around me was just so good and so kind, and they obviously saw the potential in me to be able to do what I do, which is looking after clients, making sure that digital marketing strategies are all working as they should, being able to adjust them, looking at results, making sure that we're achieving the targets and the goals that the clients need to. Um, and it's kind of in a way quite similar to what I used to do for internal clients.
Yeah.
And in terms of the variety of work which I do, I've got several clients across so many different industries, each with different ways of working, different characters. And so it was a real change of pace for me, not only in terms of the variety, but also in terms of the speed of work as well.
Mhm.
Having to chop and change all the time. But for me, that sort of difficult first 4 or 5 weeks, I always knew that it was the right thing to do, to move across, to try and branch out, to try and push myself. And I think when I finally settled in and got to know the team, got to know clients, and started to really form relationships with everybody, that's when it started to really click in and made me realize that it's a fantastic opportunity, it's a fantastic job, and I do love it.
Right. Yeah, because you when you did come on, I suppose you came on as a senior account manager, so you
Yeah,
have some of our biggest clients straight away, didn't you?
yeah, I did. Yeah, that was a bit daunting. Yeah, whose idea was that? But no, it's worked out really well, and having those clients, it was really nice because the the partner clients that we have, they're the ones that Clicky tends to kind of prioritize the most. They're the biggest spenders. They're the ones that have invested in us the most, the biggest contracts. And so because of that, the clients that I work with, they're really, really kind of bought into us. They really understand what we do. We understand what they do as well. So it's a real partnership approach. It's not just calling it a partner status just for the sake of it. They really have bought into us, and we bought into them. And so for me, it's the idea of being an extension of their team. It sounds a bit cheesy, but genuinely, it's absolutely the truth. And I feel like I am part of the extended team of each one of my clients, whether they're partners or not. And again, it sort of goes back to those relationships that you have. That's what really makes it work. You have spent the time to get to know them. They understand where you're coming from. There's the trust there as well. And I think that, having the experience that I've had, being hands-on on the ground, but also understanding some of the kind of wider challenges which they have as a business, I think it's just really nice, and it's made it so much easier for me to be able to deal with, and so much easier to kind of take on, because everyone's got that investment, and again, it's the team at Clicky as well. The fact that they have spent the time to actually get to know the clients and they support you so much, it's brilliant.
So if we look back over the past year, what's the name 3 things that you've learned most, either about yourself or from doing the role that you're doing?
Yeah. Okay. So the three kind of things I've learned most. I think it's for me understanding that the world is bigger than I ever thought it was, and working internally. I think you think that everything is all there is, if you know what I mean. There's nothing bad about that at all. Immersing yourself in a world, I love doing that. But for me, I think I've learned that I can handle more than I ever realized I could. I can still get that level of in-depth knowledge and commitment and care for any client that I work with. It doesn't need to just be one. So I think, understanding that I've got that variety in my life, and I enjoy it as much as I do, is brilliant. And I think teamwork as well. I always, had a small team behind me. I was part of a wider marketing team, and obviously I was part of a wider business. But working with the specialists that I do at Clicky, the fact that they're so dedicated, so knowledgeable, I didn't realize that there were so many people who would have bought into the sort of the Clicky ethos, and so work on the same kind of lines as I am now. It's been really refreshing and so nice to see that the people are dedicated and they're passionate about what they do, and that's what really drives me. And I think alongside that, it's the whole sort of social aspect of working in an agency, working with clients, getting to know them, understanding that if you get to know people as a person, then you're going to get more out of them, and it's not anything which is kind of unnatural. It's genuinely spending time with people, getting to know them, and it's only then are they going to be able to share everything with you, to be able to share with the team, and back and forth, and work as that real conduit between the client and the team. It's been really nice to do, and I've sort of learned how much I appreciate that.
Yeah. So following on from that, what would you say your favourite thing about working at Clicky is?
I think it's the variety and the people. It's a bit of a strange one at the moment. Obviously, we're all sort of semi-locked down at the moment. I'm in my little home office, come laundry room at the moment, which is it's worked out all right. And I think I'm definitely missing the human interaction from all my colleagues. But again, this sort of social aspect, the fact that everybody in the team makes an effort to come on regular calls each day. We have agency catch-ups at the end of each week. So it's a regular thing. We have little team games, team quizzes, team activities. It's all these things that I think makes the difference and makes you feel like you're part of something. And again, same kind of thing with clients. Being able to go to client events. I am missing that at the moment, but it's something which it means a lot to me to feel like you're part of a family and invested. I know I'm saying that, but I do really mean it. For me, anything I do in my life, I need to feel like I kind of genuinely and kind of legitimately care about. I've got to be genuine, otherwise I kind of can't function. So it really makes a lot of difference if I feel like that.
Yeah. Well, missing your singing daily in the office, Robin.
Oh well, I think you're about the only one, to be honest. But no, it's kind of funny, not having anyone to tell me off for singing in the office.
And as you said, I suppose we're going through a funny time at the moment, and we're not going back to the office until 2021 now.
Yeah, realistically, yeah.
But then, so looking at the next 12 months, what would you say you're kind of most looking forward to?
I think it's easing in this lockdown. I think it's seeing people and being able to visit places, visit your clients, visit family, obviously on a personal level. But I think it's certainly for me. I've tried in the past to visit clients to see what they do, to see where they do it in situ. And I think it's only then that you can fully understand what they do and how they operate. It makes it all real, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think for me, being able to kind of visit clients in person, however good Google Hangouts or Zoom is, I think it's still no substitute for the real thing. That being said, I think it's been working very well. Yeah, on a personal note, I think I'm looking forward to being able to kind of go out and see my family and have a bit of variety in where we're going. We're going on daily bike rides at the moment to the park at the end of the road, just down there. And it's working out fine, but I think just a bit of variety is good. So certainly the announcement recently that you can go out on, longer visits outside, I think it's well overdue.
Yeah, it's nice to get out a bit more, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it makes a difference.
Yeah. Fab. Well, thank you, Robin. That was
It's all
great.
right. I can't believe it. Years past. It's been brilliant so far. So yeah, it's pretty
Flown
good.
by, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It has. But time flies when you're having fun, eh?
Exactly. Great. Thank you for catching up with me.
Okay, nice one. See you soon. Bye.